Good morning, everybody. This is Pre Market Outlook discussion for the date of 12th February 2026. Till yesterday, the 3 days in a row, the market have been consolidating with a high and low of the 9th February. Monday happened, that was taken for the direction setting based on our behavioral research. As per that 9th of high and low, the market closes above the high and maintaining the trend as well. Even though there was a lack of follow-through actions in terms of buying, the structure is maintaining good. Since the structure is being formed with a clarity and confidence which has been better than in the previous structure it has formed before making the correction. So this particular behavioral structure will be helping the Nifty to move towards 26,300 levels. Until then, the flat kind of trends, right from the opening till the end, we can expect, irrespective of the weekly expiry or irrespective of any other news-based one like earnings outcome and all. Because this structure need to be changed only after a decisive move above the 26,150 level during the day or after the close, it is actually forming. Then only we can expect a decisive move beyond that level towards the 26,300 and even more than that also can be expected. On the downside, the levels of support already multi-layered support formed. We have discussed yesterday even. That multi-layered support is additionally getting one more. As the previous one we have discussed like 25,740, 25,600, 25,500 and the major one would be on 25,449 as a interim behavior shift zone we have discussed. As like that, the small minor supports like 25,900, 25,850, these are also formed based on the yesterday's one. So newly formed about the new two small layered support. So in that way, even though it is during the day or in any upcoming days, if it is trying to come down, means that minor supports even will be helping the Nifty to absorb buying volume. Since it is not moving liberally to anywhere, either side, we can say that minor supports and all will be giving that cushion to absorb volume and give a decisive move or break above the levels we have been discussing. So for that, any dip would be good. If it is so, the dip would be good for Nifty, means that also a good one for the traders following the Nifty levels. So the buy on dips strategy would be the apt one for all based on the current structure and behavior. The consolidation with improving structure, that was the phrase we have mentioned in today's report. Based on the structure and study about the behavior, the long positions can be continued, maintained, even entered. With the levels till now discussed and even mentioned for today's as well. The opening side, we can expect a quiet one from Nifty and Sensex as a benchmark indices of India. After the opening, probability will be very, very high for getting consolidated with a range-bound actions within a thin range with stock-specific move from the core sectors we have mentioned here. In terms of levels, as mentioned here, the 26,150 is required to be broken out. That is possible only. After breaking that 25,150, if it is with a decisive active, that means the decisive manner of movement happened while breaking 26,150, there you can expect 26,300, which may not be happening today. But anyhow, there is a chance. In case of downside, it may be easily arrested and protected with the immediate, a minor layered support of 25,900. Even it is getting broken, nothing big will happen because 25,850 with the 50 points of difference, the support is already layered. From the positional perspective, the market also witnesses the close above 25,740 consecutively 2 days. We required as per our concept, but it has closed above that particular level with 3 days in a row. So which means what? Positionally, the market structure has been cooking well for the further up movement, where the 25,740 should not get broken and closed below to that point even a single day. So if it is not happening like that on the downside, the very high possibility to move or making a new all-time high also can be seen on the Nifty. So mark this level and keep the strategy we have mentioned, and you can enjoy trading the Nifty with the levels we discussed. In today's move, sectors like automobile, public sector banks, finance, particularly mid and small cap oriented finance and financial services, IT, oil and gas. So from these sectors, the movement can be highly expected than the secondary sectors. We can today expect like metal, telecom, media, realty, and bank. So these are all secondary movement oriented sector predicted for the day. On the stocks front, based on results outcome news in the mixed way, the stocks have been listed here. Starting with Mahindra and Mahindra, the result oriented one. Divi's Laboratories, Godrej Industries, Federal Bank based on news. Amar Raja, Energy and Mobility. Avanti Feeds, LG Electronics, Lenskart. So these are all the important stocks that day traders can focus on. From the results corner side, we can expect important companies result today. That includes Hindustan Unilever, ONGC, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Coal India, Hindalco Industries, Muthoot Finance, Lupin, Biocon, Indian Hotels, About India, Bharat Forge, IRCTC, PI Industries, Petronet LNG, Gujarat, Floracap, Crisil, amongst many also available. These are the core companies which are announcing their December and quarter numbers. Keeping rigorous stop loss would be recommended for all transactions you are going to do. So that's it from the pre-market discussion. We can see some queries foreign that also can be addressed now. See, Jubilant FoodWorks 550 CE. We assume that you have bought. So for that, based on the result, the Jubilant FoodWorks actually given this kind of yesterday's moment with the 1.3% of negativity, and based on that structure, it has failed to move above after breaking the important trend line, the medium-term trend line that was. Because of this failure, we can further expect the trend may be getting weaker. If it is moving below the level of 547 and 538 as the support, between this zone, if it is maintaining, it can be expected to attract some volume on the buying side. In case if it is closing below 547 in first 5 minutes, or if it is breaking below 538 as the support for the day, entire day, the damage will be more on the stock towards the level of until it is finding the next support around 515. So it is better to keep this 547 as the support or a stop loss level for your position. If it is opening below 547, it is better to exit. So which stock can we see bullish like the query happened here? See, amongst the many stocks we have discussed, you can check out the Lenskart because of the fantastic result it has announced, and even Federal Bank based on the news, and even Avanti Feeds also can be focused on the long side, Divis Laboratory including, and Hindustan Unilever given for the positional trades. You can focus this stock because it has given some confirmation on the technical behavior side, which would be expected to move higher even though it is giving any volatility based on the result which is going to announce today. So that can be, even it is giving any low or giving any downside, that can be focused as a retracement opportunity, and where you can take the trades on the Hindustan Unilever, even it is futures or option side, means call options. Otherwise, from the cash segment also, one can focus this particular Hindustan Unilever to make a decent return by investing in this. So these are all the chances for you to take or concentrate on the bullish kind of stocks as required. Adani Enterprises. See this Adani Enterprises. Currently, it is actually consolidating. For any movement, it has to break 2288 as the high of 9th one, because it has not broken the 9th February's high yet now. So until then, it is better to apply a wait and watch formula for this stock. If you already entered, means it is better to keep the stop loss as 2170 below. Currently, it is consolidating with a weaker bias. It should decisively break a 2288 level as the 9th high. Until then, weak trend with a downward bias can be expected. Dr. Reddy, this particular Dr. Reddy's movement and all not giving any chance for both side of traders because it is swinging between the broad range. But anyhow, based on the recent behavior, it has attempted to move above the level of a trend line breakout happened and move above the level of 1300. It has attempted, but with a short of 15 points, it fallen now. So once breaking 1300 level would be helping the stock to see 1400 as the next target, where one can involve in the buying as a positional one, not suitable for your intraday one. So until it is trading below that 1300 point or level, one can keep watching it without participating on the long side. So that's it for Dr. Reddy's level. If you are already holding, means you can keep the stop loss as 1250 below on closing basis. So based on that result based outcome, we have provided some important, particularly on the Hindustan Unilever, one can focus. And along with that, Muthoot Finance expected to announce good result. So if it is so, you can focus for the positional kind of trades on the Muthoot Finance side. Along with it, Bharat Forge, based on the short medium term perspective, one can involve in the Bharat Forge once the results announced. So that's it from today's pre-market discussion, along with the queries also addressed. Wishing everyone to have a cheerful day. Follow the strategies and levels for make your trading decisions clear and cut. Thank you. there is a query. You have not given an options delete indicator yet. So I assume that the query is based on the indicator side. So if it is so, you are expecting any indicator on the chart to be applied. So generally, we used to say that from my perspective, not following any indicator because we are absolutely doing the research based on the behavior. So that would be our answer for your query. And if you, in other way, we assume that the query is based on this kind of options can be focused like the indications or signals you need means on the index side, it is better to avoid. On the stocks front, you can focus on the Hindustan Unilever out of the money options. If it is March contract means you will be having safer side of trade or otherwise the premium would be anyhow higher. If you are somewhat a risky trader, you can even think of taking positional trades on the Hindustan Unilever ATM at the money. So that is what the signal for you. So in both way, we assume the query you asked and answered for it. See the feedback on the live Nifty chart in the platform of Goodwill is not having, and please correct it immediately, is the feedback from Mr. Vivek sir. Sir, we will be conveying the same to the concerned department. If it is possible, you can write a mail and send it to customer care of our company. So that would be very useful to address your query immediately. So thank you for your feedback, sir. We'll try to address it as soon as possible. So let's conclude this session. Thank you. Bye.